Good morning, everyone. You're watching Grace for Your Day. Today we're in Psalm 84 and verse 10. For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than to dwell in the tents of wickedness. Think of the potential here. The word courts in this verse relates to us as the presence of God. As people of the new covenant, God doesn't dwell in a temple made by men, but instead lives inside of men and women who receive him. And one day with him is better than 1,000. 1,000 what, you might ask? Just fill in the blanks for yourself. A day in his presence is better than 1,000 days of anything else apart from him. In other words, I can't fill my life, I can't fill my day with anything better than him. Now that sort of makes me wonder why I'm often very efficient at filling my days with other things. What about you? Our flesh, or our natural man, spends its days trying to get the next thrill, seek the next rush, find the next pleasure, thinking that somehow fulfillment will come, but it never does. On the contrary, a day lived out in the presence of God through prayer and the Word always brings an abundance of blessings that money can't buy. The psalmist goes even further when he says that he would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of God than to live in the tents of wickedness. Well, to live in the tents of wickedness would mean to be where all the action is, to live the so-called high life of self-indulgence and sinful pleasure. On the contrary, to be a doorkeeper for God's house seems to me like you would only get to enjoy the fringes of God's blessings as others come in to his presence. But the psalmist here declares that it's better to experience some of God than all the devil has to offer. From experience, though, I would suggest that once you get a taste of the fringes of his glory, and once you spend one day in his presence, you will be satisfied with nothing less than going all in. Lord, I pray that you open our eyes to the abundance that is in you. I pray that this has encouraged you today. We'll see you again in the morning on Grace for Your Day. God bless.